Welcome to Christ Lutheran's Digital Chapel for May 20th, 2020. Today, we have a message from Pastor Travis. But first, how about a little music from Mrs. Barquette?
Good morning, Christ Lutheran School. I'm so happy to join you for worship today in chapel. I have a question for you. Do you ever wonder if God is really there? If you don't know the answer to that, just look up. Do you ever feel like He didn't answer a prayer the way that you had hoped? The answer to that is just look up. And if you ever feel alone, sometimes we feel alone, even when we're around others. If you feel alone, just look up. I have a t-shirt and a bracelet that I love. My bracelet here says loved and not alone. And that is a reminder that I got to take back from a worship leaders conference that I attend every year, where worship leaders come together and we just sing and praise God, and we learn to look up. We sometimes forget we have that tool in our back pocket. So if you are feeling alone or bored or missing your friends, just go to God in prayer, because He is there for you. You are not alone. We're told that His name Emmanuel means God with us, and He is with us every day, every moment. Isn't that awesome? I think that is so awesome that God can be everywhere at all times with every child of His. So we're gonna sing Look Up, Child. Where are you now when darkness seems to win? Oh. Where are you now when the world is crumbling? Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, hey, look up, child. Hey, hey. Where are you now when all I feel is down? Look up, child. Hey, hey, 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 look up. You're not threatened by the war. You're not shaken by the storm. I know you're in control. Even in our suffering, even when it can't be seen, I know you're in control. Oh, I hear you say, look up, child. Hey, hey, 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 well, just look up.
Thank you, Mrs. Barquette, for another inspirational song. And now, the message from Pastor Travis.
Good morning and welcome to chapel. I'm so glad that you're with us today. So I'm sitting here in the Teacher's Lounge, which is usually the place every morning our teachers and staff gather together to do devotions, pray for you, and talk. This is also the place where a lot of your teachers eat lunch. And I really enjoy this space. But there's one area of this place that I do not like at all. And oddly enough, it's the same area I don't like at home. Let me show you. It's this, the Tupperware drawer. I do not like Tupperware drawers because they're full of stuff you don't need. Half the time you can't find a lid. Look, no lid, no lid. Look at this, and why is it like this? Okay, it just needs to be flat. Listen, this I saw Mr. Meitzner washing his feet with the other day. This is not Tupperware. This doesn't even belong in here. And look, all these things. So Mrs. Buskirk walked in and made me clean everything up. So I did. Here's the thing though. Tupperware drawers remind me of my life. And maybe your life is the same way. It's filled with things that we don't actually need. And half the things there are not super helpful to us. We fill our time with a lot of nonsense. Now listen to me here. I'm not saying that sports is a bad thing, but when sports becomes the center of your life, that's not right. I'm not saying that TV is a bad thing, but if all you do is sit on the couch like a giant potato and watch Netflix, that's not beneficial to your life. The phones are a great thing, but if you use them to simply text people gossip or nonsense, listen, that's not beneficial to your life. I think coronavirus and what we're doing right now has really shown us what we need and what we don't need in life. I love the fact that you are getting to spend more time with your parents or those people who love you and take care of you. I'm getting to spend more time with my family. I love that now I have the time on Sunday morning to simply focus on what Jesus is saying, because usually I'm running around in church and I'm looking forward to that again, but I'm taking the time to appreciate the way I get to worship God now. But I'm so looking forward to being back with you and your parents and so many others. There's a lot of things that have filled up our life that shouldn't be there. This right here is a great time to get rid of those things. Jesus talks a little bit about this in Matthew 6. He says, "Don't lay up for yourselves treasures on earth where rust and moth destroy, but lay up your treasures in heaven. For where your treasure is, there your heart is." We don't need half the things that we have in our life right now. We don't need half the Tupperware that's in our drawer. Don't go throwing it away though, because your parents will be very mad. What we need is Jesus. What we need is the love of others. What we need is community. What we need is the cross. And so as we continue through this time of sheltering in place and being at home, figure out what matters. Appreciate those great moments that you have with others. Send cards and letters to the people that you love. And remember that Jesus is always going to be here. He's the Lord of the church, and he's not on vacation. He's more than happy to help you clean out your Tupperware. Jesus loves you, and so do I. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Travis, for a great message on what we really need. And now, let's say the Lord's Prayer with these Christ Lutheran kids.
Our Father,
who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
thy kingdom come,
Thy will be done
on earth as it is in heaven.
give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our trespasses,
as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
And the glory,
forever and ever.
Amen.
Well, that does it for this week's chapel. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great week. Jesus be with you.